Well, Todd, everybody, welcome to the Bama Tailgate Show. We're doing the post game right now as Alabama, with 2 minutes left, has a 37-20 lead over Tennessee in the third annual, or the third Saturday in October annual showdown between Alabama and Tennessee. And there's so much to talk about in this game. We're going to get into it. This right here, do you wait until they take a knee, or do you go ahead and spark it up now? How excited were you when they had the pick six to end the half? And I'm watching Auburn because if they lose, there could be a coaching change down on the plains. So all of that stuff going on. It was a great day of college football. And I'm glad that you guys are here. Show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Azaleas, the Oaks, two amazing golf courses at Dancing Rabbit. If you would have took Bama today, could have gotten them from 7 to 9. Could have gone to Pearl River, put your money down at the Timeout Sports Lounge at Golden Moon Casino. And Alabama blows out Tennessee for their fourth straight win against a ranked team. So this will be the last time that you'll be able to watch the postgame show on the Bama Tailgate channel. We're going to be on the next round from here on out, but this week we're doing it on this channel as Bama is about to hit victory formation and win this game. So roll tide, everybody. Let's get this thing started. And it, again, is a beautiful, beautiful feeling watching Alabama polish off one of their arch rivals in Tennessee. Let's get this thing going. All right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm going ahead and spark this thing up. You guys are here. We might as well, right? Huge 17-point lead. This Bama team, it's not the same Bama team that we had in the past. It's just different. But I'll tell you what, if you score 37 and you give up 20, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, some busted coverages, some big plays for Tennessee. But it came down to that play at the end of the first half. The Vols got greedy, could have kicked a field goal, got to within 6. They keep using timeouts, inching their way in, and then Zabian Brown, 99 yards to the house. I think everybody's just watching. I want to thank Dickie, my friend, for hooking me up with this cigar. It's one of the best cigars that they make. And I heard the guy saying that Reagan and R&R Cigar sold 10,000 cigars. This is one of them. I was at the last game that Bama lost to Tennessee. 2003, 5 overtimes. Mike Shula fumbling through that game. You guys remember it was a game Alabama had many chances to win. He just refused to play good enough to win in the fourth quarter. He didn't coach good. There was a 1st and 1 they didn't get. And Tennessee's got the ball now, and there's under 2 minutes left. What'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? Do you want to call in? Because the lines are going to be open. I'm going to get your comments. Guns blazing 99. I had Coach K's back so far. I've tried to be patient with the defense. I can't no more. The defense has to make changes or we're effed. This defense has survived by luck, not skill. Run defense is terrible. It is. I'm not going to sit here and argue. I will tell you this. You can go ahead and spark them if you got them. Go ahead and do it. At some point, look at this. It's going to get very smoky in here. This is going to be like a Cheech and Chong movie before we're done. It is worth it. What's up, Divine? Thundar, roll tide, my friend. Guys, he said, where have I been? I moved to the next round with the postgame show. So that's where I work now. The next round. They split from Cover Crimson. Jay Coker and I stuck with the next round. We wish Cover Crimson nothing but success. And then you can find me here and you can find me there when I'm talking Bama. You know, Jake was the honorary captain of the game today. So, Mick, I was losing my mind with all the third down lineman crap on defense. Dude, this defense, it's crazy when you look at the end of the day and they don't give up that many points because it feels like guys are just running down the field. Hey, do me a favor. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on this video because we're about to get it cranked up. This is the pre-game to the post-game where we're just kind of winding down here. Ice, ice, baby. You better call in, brother. I love this video that they play with Dr. Dre and all the cars. All right. Ryan Williams, I think they used Ryan Williams as a decoy last week. Just a much better Ryan Williams. 5 catches, 87 yards. Some circus catches. He's been a little bit banged up. How about Jeremy Bernard? How about Latsier Brooks? And I didn't think he had his best game. Thought he did okay. But I mean, to have young guys playing like that. Josh Cuevas with some big catches in this game. And Daniel Hill is going to touch the ball. Because Jam looked hurt. You know he was. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't want Jam to play because he had a concussion, and I just want him to be healthy for the end of the season. But he did. He toughed it out. Daniel Hill came in the game and ran it like he wanted to play. Just watching this, all cosmetic, all eyewash right now. Tennessee can score, and they still can't stop the cover that's happening here. What's up, Garth? And Roll Tide. Good to see you, my man. What'd you guys think? Ron, you were a little worried with the trick plays. I'll tell you what, look, man, I'm going to say this. The problem that I don't want them to stop being creative because after Bill O'Brien, how many times are you like, hey, can we just be creative here? Yeah, payback, Army, 3275. Payback's a bitch, okay? And we got him. This is a big game for us, to smoke a cigar in honor of Mr. Goose Tree. 4 straight games. Did any of you guys think Bama was going to be able to navigate at Athens? Vanderbilt, you see Vanderbilt today? They're pretty good. Ask LSU. At Missouri. I've got Missouri on behind me right now. We're on dead man watch with Auburn's coach, Hugh Freeze. They lose that game, and he's probably going to walk the plank sooner than later. He'll be on game day next week, like James Franklin, telling everybody he's ready to coach again. Texas survived Kentucky. Don't you wish they were on the schedule this year? I certainly do. Yeah, I know. Damani Jackson got a penalty. And then looking at the replay, like he tackled the receiver. he hadn't been in a lot tonight, has he? Minute and 31 on my clock. Divine, you're probably ahead of me. No, it looked like you put that up. Maybe you are. I don't know. I wonder sometimes like how far behind I am because I got internet out here and I don't have TV. I'll say this to you guys. I don't care. Oh, is it Damani again with another penalty? Make it count. I don't care about a lot of stuff when it comes to the bottom line. And what I mean by that is we're going to get into all the stuff we like and we don't like. But the bottom line is this. When you blow out one of your biggest rivals that's ranked in the top 15 and you're as banged up as Alabama is right now, man, I got nothing but love for the way that this team just continues to fight. All right, so there's your touchdown. So you may be ahead of me. I guess he's not in. It's a win's a win. And now you start to look at things and you're going to yourself, okay, so we beat Georgia. Ask Ole Miss how tough that is in Athens. We beat Missouri, and they're good. Looks like Auburn might go to overtime. Beat Tennessee. Oh, false start. Keep pushing them back. I love it. "31 seconds on my clock. We're going to give away game balls today. Roll Tide, Keena, thank you for being here. Man, I just can't. I'm just, look, man, beating Tennessee is great. When I was in school, we didn't beat them once. No. We didn't win one of those games. So, always great to beat them. I would love to see one more 99-yard touchdown. We got two in this game. 99-yard drive. We got a 99-yard return. I thought Bryant-Denny was amped tonight. I thought the Bama fans brought the heat. It just felt like a big game. I was in Tuscaloosa yesterday with the show and all the people at Innisfree that came by and saw Jake and me and all Jake's teammates. Kenyon Drake being on the show was cool. Richard Mullaney was awesome. Dylan Lee, you know, we love Ryan Anderson. I mean, he's pretty much part of the show. And just a really cool vibe. How close did he get? He didn't get in. Hey, ball game. How about that? How about that? That's how she ends. I got to switch my tubes here, and then we're going to watch a little Auburn and talk about the Alabama game. So here we go. Thank you guys for being here. And again, the ball game is over, and Bama wins, and it was an impressive victory to me. Are there things that they need to work on? Yes. Are there things that bother me about this team? Are there weaknesses? Yes. But this is college football right now. You know, you don't have a lot of teams that just roll through people anymore. You know, you don't have a lot of teams that just go out there and take care of business and have it on both sides of the ball. I guess we assume that Ohio State is the best team in the country, but I don't think they're playing the competition that you look at and go, okay, this is the toughest competition. I think that their conference has really good teams at the top. and not so good teams at the bottom. The SEC is look the way that Vanderbilt played today, the way we knew they were. I heard from coaches that, hey, Bama won the game, but that Vanderbilt team's good. You know, Missouri can beat you. Tennessee's going to beat some teams before it's all said and done. They were a playoff team last year. I think Aguilar's a better quarterback than Nico. I thought he was tough. You know, he got hit on the neck with that run he had at the beginning of the game, and that definitely was something that he had to play through in this game. This wasn't Ty Simpson's best game at Alabama, but when you look at the numbers, 19 to 29, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did have the fumble. You know, Jam Miller played 12 carries, 15 yards, and he averaged a yard, 1.3 yards a carry. I was concerned about that from the beginning. I didn't want him to play, and he did. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's get into this. And again, roll tide, everybody. Smoke them if you got them. What is this like? What are we like? 18-2 against these guys over the last 20. We're all going to get cancer if we keep beating these guys like this. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Demetrius from North Carolina. It's been a while.
Demetrius, what is up, my man? It has been a long time, dude. When's the last time we talked?
Yeah, it's been, I can't remember. It's been a while. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I got a new job, and I do a lot of bass fishing tournaments, so I don't get a chance to. But by this game being this late, tournament was earlier today. But I want to say I thank God, because I'm make sure I tell my dispatcher to send me through Tennessee so I can pick up a couple chicks and brag.
Do it
about this game. And also, the team, I feel like is finally conforming to the Kalen DeBoer system. Coach Nick Saban is gone. It's his system, and especially on the offensive side, defense still got a question mark on there. But I see the players are finally conforming to the Kalen DeBoer system, and I'm proud of it. You know, we got to, like you said earlier, we got some things to clean up on both sides of the ball, but we go through the gauntlet, and I keep telling everybody, we get everybody best game. We can play Birmingham Technical College tomorrow, and we're gonna get their best game. I'm being sarcastic when I say that, but we get everybody best, and so, but I don't care about beating nobody but Tennessee and Auburn. So hey, one down, one more to go.
Hey, look, I'm with you. I mean,
it's a good quality win.
You've heard Shank on here. You know, he does a show, and what did he tell you? Like, that's his biggest rival. You know, they were all at the game today. That whole 2015 team. So congratulations. I saw Shank. I saw Ryan Anderson. Obviously, Jake Coker was out there. All of those guys, man. But yeah, you're right. You got to win this one. You got to beat these guys. And you got to beat Auburn. Now, you want to win all of them.
Yeah,
but you got
to make the alumni happy. You got to make
like me and you.
Got to make the alumni happy. You know,
keep us happy.
I've been rolling since. Hey, so, but that's all I got to say. I really feel the team is conforming to Kalen DeBoer, and the sky's the limit for us from now and into the future under Coach DeBoer. And I just wish you tighten up things on the defensive side, but hey, and the number 40, I forget his name, number 42 on the defensive side. I believe he's gonna be a stud for us.
Hey, he was in the backfield a lot today, wasn't he?
Yeah. Coming from moving forward, I believe he done found his niche, and you know, maybe that he could be the one that get this defense back on the right track.
Yeah, Pierre. Yep, Yanze Pierre.
Oh yeah, Pierre.
They didn't expect to see him in there. Disruptive. He was a disruptive force in this game.
Yeah, especially with, I mean, I can't stand Josh Heupel. Never, they won on that fluke up there because of Pete Golden defense up there in Tennessee when they carried the goalpost into the river, and he just been mouthy ever since he. What mouthy before he even Alabama. Everybody. We gonna see the results of. We're gonna see the results of your mouth, Josh, these next couple of years. And as long as we continue win on the road, I'm happy and satisfied with this team and keep building each game. I don't care about what's going on in other conferences. The Big Ten is weak. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care Ohio State. Or like you said, they ain't played nobody. I mean, even they're the top team in the country right now. And, we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season play out for us. But I believe if we continue to build these games, adversity, through injuries, through, keep building the building blocks on defense, or who can play, who gonna step up. Hey, I do see us making a good run to the national championship.
Yeah. Your favorite team just missed a field goal in overtime. So now Missouri's got a chance to win the game with a field goal, and then all hell might break loose in Lee County.
I mean, they thought they had a winner with Hugh Freeze. You had your good little run. I mean, and when you was at Ole Miss, of course you made your bread and butter off beating Alabama them 2 years in a row, but you never did talk about what happened after that when Nick Saban and the All-Stars started massacring y'all again. All of a sudden the scandal come up. Yeah, it was a scandal, all right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, them some of them guys on the plane down there. I gotta go down. This time I go down to Columbus, Georgia. I'm gonna hop across the line and go pick at a couple of the fellas I know down there on the planes down there. They big Auburn fans. I mean, what can
They're
I
not
say?
going to answer. Demetrius, great to hear from you. They're not going to answer your call when they lose this game here in about 3 plays.
Well, I mean, I've taken up scuba diving and the place I had went to buy some supplies. I mean, from this place, and lo and behold, walking there, guess what I see? A big Auburn, with blue A. I said, "Oh my goodness!" I walk up to the man. I said, "Grave digger." And he's looking at me like, "What? What?" I'm like, "We let y'all have kick six, but you got to give us grave digger." And he said, "Oh man, you an Alabama fan." I said, "Hey, it is what it is."
We got him again. We got him again.
Off that kick six. You lived off that kick six for years. Kick six. Now we got some for you. Grave digger. So, I'm gonna let you go.
Roll Tide, brother. Great to talk to you again, man.
Roll Tide.
Keep bringing them big bass.
I'll be calling in more frequently.
Yeah, we need to hear from you. I'm going to be on the next round YouTube from here on with the postgame show. So this is my last one on here. And then next time I'll be on there with Jim Dunaway and Ryan Brown and Lance Taylor. So it's the same thing. We'll just be over there. All right?
Roll Tide.
Hey, Roll Tide. Great to hear from you. It's one of my good guys right there, Demetrius from North Carolina. I'm going right back to the phones, because I know a lot of you guys are ready to talk. I wonder if that guy Peanut's going to call from Tennessee and try to rub in this ass whooping they took. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mick, this is Peanut. I'm so sorry. I should have never called in that one time.
You remember Peanut? Where you at, Peanut?
Hey, it's Iceman.
Peanut, where are you, man? We've been pranked by Tennessee
Brother.
Twice. And they got me again at the beginning of this year. And I just laughed. Where are you guys now? It's all in
That's
fun.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's ice, man.
What's up, Ice?
It does, man. That's funny that you said that, because I was thinking about straight up like doing that. Just like, it's a peanut. I'm so sorry. I'm changing my team to Alabama. You know, because Roll Tide, Vols cried. You were right all along, Mick.
Man, what did you think about this one, man? I thought it wasn't pretty. Missouri just missed the field goal to win the game. Double overtime.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
You watching
this
that
is
too?
funny. Isn't it kind of funny that both of the head coaches look like gerbils? You tell me I'm wrong. Drink and Hugh both look like gerbils. It's funny. They look almost exactly alike too. No, what I thought about this one, Nick. This was I would say it's kind of like that. I'm starting to understand what it's like to have been a Mayweather fan in boxing, where you see this, like, the world's greatest counterpuncher by all means. But let's get that out the way. It's like Mayweather was the best counterpuncher out there, but you see him taking these punches and get beat up all night, and he still comes out victorious somehow.
Right,
Nick, that's our defense. That's our defense right now.
Yeah.
Our defense is that Mayweather, that counterpuncher. And I mean, if I was to best describe it, it's that 99-yard pick six. It really was. That was
the
like
neighbors got woke up around here because I was going nuts. That was when the game was over.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee was. They were in it until that point. They weren't going to win after that, even with whatever they did in the second half. It was over.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like, coming out of the half, we could have gone to 3 and out, and we did, and we would have been fine. I just think that, I have enough confidence in our offense to get the job done.
Yeah.
And our defense on second half has been really good. Ever since week 1, it's just been amazing. So I got to reiterate, it does.
Ice, it's a bend, don't break. And a lot of times the bending pisses me off. Like, guys get loose, and you're like, what the beep's going on here? Nobody's even close to tackling this guy. But you know what? The thing I got to give them credit for, and I know a lot of you guys want to talk about this, whether you want to call in and talk about it or you want to get in the comments and talk about it, is that they just play the next play.
They do. Yeah, absolutely. And they don't give up a lot of points. It's kind of like going back to what I just said. It's like, it's literally like watching Mayweather boxing, but on, football defense. It's crazy because they take all these crazy punches and they'll give up these chunk plays on rushing. Like every week so far, they give up a massive rushing touchdown.
Yeah. God,
and they still come out on top. I hate it because you're like, man, where were you?
Well, Saban teams didn't do that, but whatever. It was a different day back then.
Yeah, Saban was the prime Iron Mike.
Yeah, he was.
He just punch you in the face. Yeah, might bite your ear off.
He was like the Mike Tyson that fought Spinks.
Yeah. Yeah, not the Mike Tyson that showed his ass on live TV, right?
Yeah, like not the Buster Douglas Mike Tyson. I do love some Mike Tyson too, man. But yeah, I get you, dude. I get you, man.
Something I didn't want to get overlooked though was how about Rico Scott getting the touchdown tonight though?
Ran over
we've
a
been
couple
talking
guys.
about him a lot. Yeah, he did. He is a tough guy, and I love that he's on our side, and I hope that we can keep him. I don't want him to go off to Kentucky like Kendrick Law did.
I don't think he will. Man, he's in the games. He's getting to playing time.
Yeah, he is. And you know what? I think that's actually a testament on what DeBoer has actually been able to do since he's gotten here. I don't really think there was any turning that faucet off of just players losing to Caleb Downs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
In the transfer portal, but the fact that he was able to keep guys like, to actually bring back Ryan Williams, and bring in Jeremy Bernard and keep guys like Rico Scott and then continue to recruit at a high level,
right?
Like a really high level. I mean, we can complain about some things here and there, but overall, he's been doing really well, and this is great. I kind of wanted to know, what your thoughts is, because I was thinking about this before we went in the game. Is if we win tonight, what is it starting to look like that we actually go undefeated in SEC play? We always keep saying, hey, we're going to get another loss here and there down the road, but does South Carolina look that terrifying now? I mean, are we
they're
really
hurt. Yeah,
that scared of Auburn?
They got run over by that Oklahoma defense. The thing about it, let me say this:
they absolutely did.
As Missouri just converted a 3rd and 10. Thank you, Thundar. And look,
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, and there's a couple things that we got to talk about the things we got to improve on, and our running game is not existent. Comment right on the money, Ted. You're right on it. I think that Kalen DeBoer has had a shift in his demeanor, and he just seems so much more Saban-esque when it comes to handling success, because he's not talking about the success. He's talking about the things that the team needs to do, and the team's been super disciplined. They made some mistakes in this game, but they're not killing themselves with penalties. They're not, they don't turn the ball over a whole lot. Missouri is just about to score here.
Real quick though, before you say that, I don't know if that was actually a fumble. I felt like that was an incomplete pass to Ty Simpson. It looked like he was pushing the ball forward.
Right.
But I don't know if that should have been a turnover there. So
yeah.
I wanted to comment that before we got too far away from it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I hear you on that, and I kind of thought the same thing, but it definitely slipped out of his hands when he was throwing it. But I mean, all in all, like they're a lot better at the things that you have to do to win the next game. But I'm still not comfortable enough right now to say, hey, we're gonna win out. I'm more into the Nick Saban process now, where I'm like, hey, you know what? We're gonna enjoy this one. We're gonna smoke these cigars. We're gonna talk about this game, and then we're gonna start breaking down Bama versus South Carolina, and then we got a week off, and then we got we got a tough schedule. We got to play LSU. Watching them lose to Vandy today, they're going to be hungry. We got Oklahoma. We got Auburn. We got to win those games. It's a tough schedule. I mean, there's really no let up. So, I mean, could they go undefeated? Yeah. I mean, they definitely could. But there's some areas that got to get better. They got to be able to run the ball. And that's one thing. Hey, Kerry, you nailed it. How about let's get a killer instinct? We could have, but this game was a blowout, but it could have been a lot worse. Like, don't make a couple mistakes, don't turn it over, make a tackle or two, and you're just basically just running the ball the whole fourth quarter. You don't even have to worry about it, right? They're close. They could have done that against Missouri. They could have done that. Yeah. But they're getting better. I think they're getting better each week. I'm seeing improvements. But the running game bothers me, and our inability to stop the run sometimes bothers me too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do think there's some questions around the run game. I some points I feel like it's more play calling than it is our running backs, and then other times where I do feel like our running backs are just kind of running into a defensive lineman like a boneheaded mistake. And Mizzou just scored.
Yeah, there you go, Mizzou.
And then the other thing is I kind of feel like this team, we use the word killer instinct a lot. I'm going to use the word fighter's instinct. Because, I myself am a boxer and I like to reference boxing a lot, but I'm seeing a team that goes out there every day and they get in the ring and they fight till the bell rings every round. And that's a fighter's instinct. And if they maintain that each game, I'm not worried about them. I think that they're going to beat every opponent in front of them until, we're in the playoffs, and then we'll see from there.
Well, look, let me say this, Ice, just to add to that. 2009 was a national championship team, and could be my favorite team because I went through all those bad years, and I remember watching them. They had a blend of Shula guys that Saban took over and coached, and then the guys that he got, and they had to earn respect constantly, and they just kept figuring out a way to win close games, and then they just kept winning. You know, with the ability to play a close game, sometimes when you're Ohio State, you're not playing a lot of close games, it hurts you. We've seen that with Alabama. There were some Saban teams that blew everybody out, and then all of a sudden you get in a close game, and it's like, haven't had a lot of these. You're battle tested when you win these close games.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. This team that we're looking at right now is absolutely battle tested. And I just remembered another thing I was going to say. I totally got messed up with my intro. Is that pick six though was bigger than Peyton Manning's 5 head. I had to take a shot at their Super Bowl quarterback there because now we got our own Super Bowl quarterback in Jalen Hurts. I mean I'm willing to concede a little bit with Oklahoma. He did go there and he won a Big 12 championship, but he's still a Bama quarterback. We can do some shared custody there, but I had to take a shot at old Peyton Manning there. I either way though, Mick. I'm not too upset with what I saw on the field overall. I saw a team that was able to make mistakes and fight through it and find a way to win the game. And win the game by 17 points, which is really good. That's a top 15 team. And really,
well, hold on.
Tennessee
17
might be a
points,
little bit low rated.
Well, let me say this. 17 points, it constitutes, in my book, as an ass whooping. It's an ass whooping. Would you disagree with that?
Absolutely. I can't disagree at all. That's absolutely an ass whooping, especially for a team that's supposedly top 15.
Well, they beat us the one year there. They got all the calls. It made me think that games were fixed. Last year they beat us because they just beat us. They were better in the fourth quarter, and they were two inch by games. You win by 17. It's an ass whooping, You got your ass whooped, and now you got to go back. Now, were they in the game? Are they a good team? Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Tennessee.
Big fella.
What's that?
Oh, I thought we were about to get a big fella. Score or something with this Auburn game, but no, he just got tackled at the line of scrimmage.
We didn't use Proctor. Hey, how about the block? Did you see the block that Proctor had on the one touchdown where he took those two guys and threw them into each other? he's like
the Hulk, I'm telling you.
Man, I got to throw this up there because he's got a Daniel Moore print, and you guys get 20% off when you use our promo code Bama Tailgate.
Yeah, I gotta get me give me a Daniel Moore print.
You got to get the Proctor. I mean, he's just having some moments this year.
Oh, absolutely.
He just trucked
the crispy screen.
Yeah, the crispy. It was crispy watching him throw those two Tennessee guys into each other. Like he took the first guy and threw him into the second guy, and the running back just into the end zone. Like, Or was it Bernard? Yeah. Up and it's over.
Oh yeah, but there was one more thing.
It's over. Auburn
one more
lost.
thing I wanted to say, and I was going to hop off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to leave one more thing, and then I was going to hop off. Let the next caller get up. Is how about Jeremy Bernard though? And am I crazy when I say this?
Dog.
When he catches the ball and he runs like a running back. The way he breaks tackles.
Yep.
Is that crazy to say?
Yeah. No, it isn't. I mean, the guy plays football the way that you play it. He's the best player. He's the best all-around player on the team. Kalen DeBoer said that, and he's exactly right. Whatever you ask him to do, if he's blocking, he's doing a hell of a job doing that. If he's running the ball, he's doing a great job doing that. He's on the one play. They're going to do a trick play. Well, it's not there. I'm just going to run it for 17 yards, break a couple tackles, truck a few dudes. Yeah, I love the guy.
He's amazing. Absolute dog. Anyways, I got to find a boat to Cuba to get myself a cigar for this one. So I'll catch you later, Mick. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, brother. Good to talk to you, Ice. Thank you for calling in. All you guys, thank you for calling in. Some of your comments, I do want to address this. I saw somebody, I don't know where the comment is, asking me about Clint and if I'm still friends with Clint Lamb. I love Clint Lamb. We don't work together anymore, but doesn't mean I don't love. I have a ton of respect for Clint. And business is business. Jake and I are at the next round now. That's where our post-game show is going to be. And I still hope that they continue to do a great job, and they will, and I'm not trying to promote them or not promote them, but it's business. It's like if you work at one place and then you work with somebody and then you go somewhere else, man, it's just the way that business is. We may work together again someday, and I hope we do. I think Clint's awesome, and I miss him. So I saw some comments in there asking me about that. I miss not doing stuff with him. It's just the way life is sometimes, and there's no hard feelings at all on my end. And it's just the way that it is. We decided to go with the next round. We're on there with our show Elephant in the Room, which is now called Last Call, and then the post game show starting next week will be back on the next round. And man, when I think that Jim Dunaway and Ryan Brown and Lance Taylor are the best in the state, and I'm really proud that I'm working with them. That's just the way it is, So. Oh, here we go. Look at this. A Vols fan. I'm a Vols fan and a UT graduate. Congratulations. Hey, look, thank you, Cassie. And I have, I spent a lot of time in Knoxville, so nothing but love for you guys too. But you're our rival. You guys have turned into a good program. So this is a game that matters again. There were 16 years where we won, and there were 2 games in there that were good. The rest of them were blowouts. You guys got a great team. And, you know what? Just like today, I pulled for Georgia because we played Georgia and we don't play Ole Miss. So thank you for that, and I appreciate it so much. Nathan, what's up, dude? From Kentucky, and Roll Tide to you. I know you're drinking some bourbon right now, and I'll toast you, man, in my Crimson Floor Bama cup. I will be pulling for Tennessee, Cassie, the rest of the way, as long as it helps our RPI. And, we need you guys to be good because it helps us. I don't feel bad for Auburn. But love you guys, and thank you for being here. All right, let's go back to the phones because I know that you guys want to get in and talk, and I want to hear what you got to say. What a win for Alabama. Who's this and where you calling from?
Mick, this is Dan from LA. And yes, it was a beautiful, beautiful victory for Alabama. Man.
I love to hear. Stan, I love to hear those deep vocals after a win like this, Stan. Roll Tide, my man.
I have no voice left. I was screaming and yelling, man. So, yeah, I was getting on them. Jeremy Bernard is the best player on this team.
No doubt, dude.
And he is just a dog. And he is so much of – that guy has got character. I mean, he's got Bible verse on his nose. I must decrease, he must increase. Good dude, and just solid. And let's give it up for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Did that dude not reel in some catches tonight?
Hey.
That dude was hot tonight.
He was a decoy last week. I think he was hurt. Today was his, he was hurt. God, he can catch, man. He just has, the thing about Ryan Williams is he has a skill set that is just different than everybody else. Right? Like he is just,
he was just hurt last week.
Different level, man. Like the diving catches, like he's covered and throw him the ball and he'll just snag it, man. Just snag it. No drops tonight. God, I love it when he's
locked in.
Top the ball
on his helmet. Top the ball on his helmet,
yeah,
man.
No.
The dude reeled in. I mean, come on.
The commentators were trying to take it away, and I'm going, shut up.
Oh, I don't watch.
That's a catch.
I turn it down. I just watch the video. I can't listen to anybody. I have to watch the game and just no commentary.
Right.
All I want to see is visual. I don't want to hear anybody's yap because half the time they're like just filling time and they're stupid and overqualified for what they're doing. But anyway, hey, number 4, Hill.
Yeah, he's got to have to play.
The dude was running. They had 2 good series where they were running. And you know what Alabama needs to do when they were successful? Run to the perimeter.
Yeah.
They just keep with jam and everybody. They keep going up in between the tackles. That ain't going to work. I mean, you can do it for 1 or 2 setup plays, but you got to get to the perimeter, man.
Yeah.
And that's what Daniel Hill did. He went to the perimeter and he was chunking them. On that one drive, he was chunking them and chunking them and chunking them. They couldn't stop him.
We need
offense,
somebody besides Jam, because he's obviously he shouldn't have played, man. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, you got all these concussions and stuff going on. I was really concerned about it, and maybe he was more of a decoy. And I saw some of you guys saying that. You know, you want to be tough, but it's a long season. I know he was hurt at the beginning of the year, but that didn't feel like the Jam that we had the last few weeks. You know, it just felt like, hey, I'm out here because I want to help my team, but. You know, it just didn't feel like he was kind of at full speed, you know?
No, he was not all in it. And even at 75%, he was quality. But, you know, they answered when they needed to. The offense answered when it needed to, but they didn't have that instinct like everybody's talking about. They just don't know how to put somebody out. Because this game could have been a lot better. We shouldn't have had. I mean, actually, you know, looking back, you probably don't have any doubt. But, Tennessee, they don't stop. They're going to keep coming. Heupel's got a good offense.
He's a good coach, man. I mean, he is. Like they've turned their program into a good program. I mean, I think this is a really, really big win. It's a quality win. You know, like they could have beat Georgia.
It's a huge win.
You know, and to whoop them like that on the scoreboard. And those guys fight to the end. I have respect for that. You know, I mean, man, the vibe in Tuscaloosa was it was off the chain, man. People were fired up about this. And it felt like when I was in school and Tennessee was good, they had Philip Fulmer and you know, we weren't beating them a whole lot. It just had that vibe. It hadn't felt like that for a long time until tonight. So look, I'm not one of these guys that's
no good. Snitches.
Yeah, I know, and they were snitches back then. But you know what? I can't believe I'm old enough.
Drop an F-bomb on here.
But Stan, I can't believe I'm old enough. Like I was on the next round Friday. It was at the Rabbit Hole in Tuscaloosa, which is it's just this bar that's right on the strip, right across from where my main man Jake had Fat Phillies back when I was in school. Anybody remember Fat Phillies? I had a cheesesteak named after me there, by the way. It's like a ticket place now, but or a shirt shop. But anyway, and they were like, hey, you know, when I was in school, we had a good streak against them, but you were in school, you guys didn't win any of them. I was like, no, we didn't. We did not beat them. And now I'm old enough to say I lived through the 16, and it's 18-20 now, right? That's pretty impressive, man. Against a team that has great history. This is the best rivalry in the SEC, and I think it's right there with any rivalry in college football. The cigar, I love the colors. You know, some of you guys don't like going to Neyland. I love going there. I think that Knoxville is an awesome city, and I just think that this is what makes college football great is Alabama against Tennessee. You know, to me, that's why it matters. That's why it's exciting to win these games. You know, if everybody stinks, you know, then it's not as much fun. It's fun beating a good team and whooping their ass like that. It just is by 17. And who knows? They might make the playoff and we might play them again. Who knows? But tonight was our night.
Tonight was our night, and I tell you what, that 98-yard pick six was flipping great. Dude, I mean,
can you believe that?
You want to talk about Daniel Moore? Let's go ahead and do that number two because Sabian he made that play, and that basically changed the game. That basically changed the game right there.
He's not going to have to share his Daniel Moore with. He's not going to have to share his Daniel Moore with Ryan Williams. He gets his own this time, right?
No. Exactly. I mean, it's going to be. I mean, there's plenty of. I mean, Daniel Moore. He better have somebody else to back him up because he's going to be busy. Because I think that DeBoer. I mean, we've been giving him some heat, but look, let's flip that black hoodie is legit, baby.
Do you have one? I heard they were sold out of them,
and they're coming around, man. Man, Oh my God, Mick, this is great.
Don't you love the
enjoying
fact
this.
that DeBoer listens?
I'm savoring this.
It's like the one thing that you got to say about DeBoer is that he listens. You know, like, hey, we don't like the T-shirt. Now, you want to wear the hoodie? We're cool with that. Then you start winning, and it's like, hey, just keep wearing that black hoodie. We're all superstitious. How many of you guys have your lucky hat?
Yeah.
Have your lucky socks? Have your lucky?
Dude, I had to change shirts. Man, amen. I got to change shirts 5 times if they're not doing the right play, you know?
I was hanging out at Innisfree after the show Friday. I was talking to Baron Huber. You know Baron. He's on the shows. He played on the 09 team. He's from Knoxville. And this is his biggest game because Philip Fulmer told him he wouldn't play Division I football. He wouldn't play in the SEC, and he obviously did. And he, you know, it's just one of those games you want to win. He was telling me that there was a game against Texas A&M. He was hanging out with people every time that they were in the bathroom. Bama would score. He's like in the bathroom for the game because that's the way we were scoring. And I respect that, man. If that's what it takes.
Man, you got to do anything you can to make the W, baby. Anything you can. Desperation at our points, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like watching the games
so
around people, man. I just get so uptight for Bama football. You know, I try to go to like parties and stuff. I just can't, man. Like it's just my own superstition. I watched Gravedigger in my studio here. If we get into a real tight game, I come in here by myself. You know, that's where I like to watch it. Like people give me tickets. I'm like, hey, I don't really want to go. I'd rather sit right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm by myself, and I'm normally by myself. First of all, my wife, she won't let me be in the house because she knows I go, you know, she thinks I have a demon, so I have to leave. I mean, the last Tennessee game when we lost, I threw a yard chair about 58 yards across the yard.
Ryan Anderson said he broke all the TVs in his house for the Florida State game.
I'm telling you, man.
You got new TVs now, Ryan. You don't have to worry about it.
They want to do a psychological. Exactly. They want to do psychological studies on people who are going batshit crazy. Well, they just take a look at my living room camera, man, because there's all kinds of things going on.
Who'd you give your game balls out to? And then we'll go to the next caller. Tell me the Stan from LA game balls for today. Can be offense, defense, special teams if you want to, but offense and defense.
Jeremy.
Yeah, he was
Jeremy's the offensive. He's got to be the offensive. Second closest is Daniel Hill. I'm going to give the guy props. He actually had that drive that really ate some clock, and we scored on that drive.
Yeah,
and that really, you know, solidified some things. Yanzi Pierre had a freaking great game.
It was a coming out party for old Pierre, wasn't it? The Frenchman.
Yanzi's been good the last 3 weeks.
But this was, I mean,
Amen.
Dude, they just couldn't get him out of poor Aguilar's face. He was like, every time he turned around, like, oh, there's 42 on him again.
And I got one more comment. The offensive line only gave up, I think, 1 or 2 sacks all game long.
Mm-hmm.
So Ty had time. So they did their job.
Yeah.
They did their job. And
I would like us to run block a little better. But Stan, I would like us to run block. I mean, I know I'm being like, we just won by 17, but I still think, and I agree with the comments here. We got to run block a little bit better, man. We got to, and we got to hit the holes harder. And Hill was the guy tonight that probably should have been in the game earlier than he was.
I agree, Nick. It's good. Hey, this is a beautiful thing, man. Arturo Fuente Gran Cubana Bellicoso tonight, baby doll. It's good dog.
I got a $60 cigar I'm smoking right now, and it feels great. It's worth every penny. I don't even touch the cigar. I'm going to tell you a story, Stan, and then I'm going to the next caller. I was on the sideline in 2003. I had that cigar out, and I had to put it back. Then I got it out, and I put it back. And then we blew it and lost in 5 overtimes. And I'm like, I am never touching the cigar. It's not coming out of the wrapper until it's over. So about 5 minutes into the game, we scored that last touchdown to go up 17. Right on it. It went right on. Watch the replay. I did it on here.
Good deal. Amen.
All
Hey,
right,
Mick,
brother.
love the show. Love you. It's all good stuff. Later on.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
thanks, Stan. I'll talk to you next week on the next round YouTube. We'll be doing the same thing. All right, let's go right back to the phones again and talk to you guys. Bama with a 17-point win. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, brother, this is brother JK in T-Town.
Brother JK, how you feel? How's T-Town right now?
Hey, T-Town's rocking, and you know it is. It's rocking.
Hey, let me ask you a question, JK. Did we tear the goalpost down?
No, we don't do that here.
Because we expect to win.
We don't do that here.
That's right. We expect to win. What'd you think?
It was only Tennessee. It was only Tennessee. And I don't think it was an ass whooping. I think it was a sound and thorough ass whooping.
It was one of those old country ones, like, you know, my dad used to tell me about. Smart off to my grandfather, and it was like, hey, go get the switch. Solve the problem.
Truly. Let me ask you this. Does our punter suck?
Man, I hate when that guy comes out to kick. He did okay, the couple of them, but man, God, this isn't the J.K. Scott days. You know, who's the guy? The guy last year burned up like this guy. These guys, man, I don't know. I worry every time we kick the ball this year. You guys tell me in the comments section. Tell JK, I don't know. I'm with you, man. Those guys, they kick, and I'm like, I'm gonna hide here, and I don't want to watch this.
It seems like we've always had a world-class punter, at least the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, an elite punter. And it's kind of a mystery kick. You never know what you're getting with this cat.
God, it's so true, man. The one kick, I was like, did I just see that? It's, you know, what it comes down to is that I thought that Saban in his first, you know, the beginning of the Saban era, like he didn't really care about kicking. And then the kick six. And then after that, we started caring about kicking. And we had Will Reichert and the guy last year, Graham Nicholson, he was great. Like, you know, the punters, you know, J.K. Scott was amazing. This year, remember the 8A game, all the kickers were hurt. And we were like, we go get somebody? Like, oh, well, it was a question mark. It hasn't been as bad as it could have been, but it's not good, man. It's like I don't know. What would you say? Like, it's like a C student. Like, it's okay, but it's not great, you know?
I'd give it a C- at best.
Yeah.
A C-, and we're going to need it. We're going to need it in the next 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
We're going to need that field position because things aren't going to get any easier. Do you still feel that our defensive backfield, in particular the corners and safeties, are the strength of our team?
No. I did at the beginning of the season, but I don't anymore. I mean, man, I don't know. There's some of the run. I don't know if it's a scheme thing, but some of the run block, the tackling from those guys, man, it's like, oof. There's a run.
Like
there's a run.
There's
a run or two every game where we look like we're one of those games that comes on Tuesday. You know, like when South Alabama plays against Arkansas State. You know, you're like, how did nobody tackle? You know, it's like crazy.
Hey, speaking of crazy games, how about UAB and Memphis?
You know what? I'm a Ravens fan, and I loved it when their old coach was the quarterback. I remember I threw the greatest. I still think it was the greatest party ever, Super Bowl party ever in Tuscaloosa back in 2000 for that. But as a coach, he just wasn't any good. And for those guys to go out there and beat Memphis, their uniforms look good. I saw the highlights. You know, good for them, man. 31-24. Their season was going down the tube. And I didn't realize this. The guy that's filling in right now is Mortenson's son. So that's a pretty cool story right there.
Wouldn't you have bet the house on Memphis, though?
Yeah. That's why I'm not good at gambling. I'm terrible.
Yeah, after I watched my BMW drive away, I kind of put that one down.
I did pick Bama to cover, though. We did cover.
Yeah, at 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 is 9.5 by the time the game started. But I just had a feeling that it was going to be kind of like this. That's what I said on the tailgate show. It would be close, and then we'd do a couple things. I knew Tennessee would play hard. They're going to. They've really played hard under Heupel. He's beaten us a few times, and I thought that they would put up a good fight, and they did. I just thought them having all those guys out in their secondary was going to hurt them, and it did, and we don't make a lot of we don't turn the ball over a lot. We're the biggest compliment I can give these guys is how disciplined this team has gotten, and that was my biggest complaint about the DeBoer era. Was last year I just felt like they weren't disciplined. We had a guy kick the football that the official put down last year. Like, I've never seen that in my life. And I like that guy, but it was just like crazy stuff. These guys, they look like the discipline part of it, like those Saban teams back when Saban had the program on top. They don't make a lot of mistakes. I love that about them. And they did it again tonight.
I'm impressed with our lack of illegal procedure calls. Our offensive line looks well coached, at least the last couple of games they have in noisy environments. So I would give – who do you think is the strongest unit on the team then if it's not the defensive backs?
Ah, man, that's a great question.
I'm going with receivers.
Yeah, the receivers are – the receivers really have – kind of separated themselves, because Jeremy Bernard's the best player on the team. Ryan Williams is a freak. I mean, he just is, and I know he didn't have any catches last week. I've said it all on all the shows this week. I feel like he was more of a decoy last week, probably dealing with something. This week, he brought his A game. And then I like Rico Scott a lot. I like, Latsir Brooks didn't have his best game tonight to me, but he still made some plays. Isaiah Horton does stuff.
Cuevas is our go-to guy, though.
Yeah, Cuevas
is our
the tight end.
guy.
Yeah, he was good.
Yep.
It's a different SEC now, though, man. Because I watched Arkansas and Texas A&M, and I'm like, for a team that might not win a conference game, they're a pain in your backside, man. They just run, with Bobby Petrino now, they just run up and down the field and score. I watched Mississippi State give the game away at the end of Florida. Had it. All they had to do is just set up for a field goal, and they just butchered it. But you know what? They were in it. Vanderbilt beating LSU, like straight up beating LSU. It wasn't a fluke. They didn't take anybody by surprise. They took a punch and they just went down the field. We beat them, and they're a good team. The conference is just so it might not be as top heavy as the Big Ten, but I'm telling you, man, the conference is as strong as an oak, man. When you just talk about every single game you got to play, Auburn's going to be a tough game for us. It always is, but even though they can't win a game, they're still in it every week,
Who would you think's the most overrated with this far along in the season? Who would you think's the most overrated team left in the conference?
Oof, man, that's a good question. Probably Georgia. Even though they won today, they got problems, man. I don't know if you even call it overrated. I just think that it's the day. Like, Ole Miss could have beat them today. Ole Miss is good. They're good, but I don't know. Who do you think? Texas? Maybe Texas?
From the get-go, I thought LSU and Oklahoma were overrated from the get-go, and especially LSU. I just don't think Kelly's style of coaching, that style of culture, he'll never build a winning culture in Louisiana, I don't think. But I thought LSU, and it looks like Texas is overrated because they played terrible against Kentucky.
Yeah, they barely got out
Arch
there.
is the number one highest player. Arch is the highest paid player in the country, and what a disappointment he's got to be to those Texans.
Man, I don't know how accurate my source was, but man, they were telling me like $13 million for Arch Manning coming out of high school. It was between us and Texas. We weren't going to pay that. And he just hasn't lived up to it, you know. He needed another year of being a backup. He needed to do what Ty did. You know, Ty waited his time, and he wasn't ready before. As much as I think he probably should have played at the end of last year, but he's ready now. It's, you know, this wasn't his best game, but I love the leadership that guy provides. Like there's a drive for success that Ty Simpson has that kind of reminds me of my partner, Jake Coker, where he's not just, how about him blocking on that one reverse play, you know, or like not afraid to put a shot. Florida State, we looked like absolute dog crap, and he's out there just trying to run through guys, and, you know, he's a tough dude, man. And he's put his time in, and I think Arch Manning probably should have followed that same path, you know, but I really like Ty Simpson.
Don't you think Ty?
I like the way he plays.
Don't you think Ty has the character that the NFL franchise is looking for?
He might. I'll tell you what he really does is he protects the football, and he's very accurate. There was that one play, and DeBoer got onto him pretty hard. Were you surprised that after that play where he's rolling out, I think he had Bernard, he throws it back over and almost gets it intercepted, trying to get it to Cuevas. DeBoer gets on him. It's fourth down. I'm thinking we're going to kick a field goal. No, we go for it. We get it. We score. Touchdown. And I'm thinking like,
well, I didn't have a 285-pound man chasing me either.
Yeah, right. But I like that. That's one of the things I love about Ryan Grubb. That's different to me this year than last year. And I've got to give the Grubster the credit on it, is that these guys have this where on offense, they're coming at you, you know, like stop us on four down. We're going to go for it a lot. So just be ready. And we're really good on fourth down. Really good. And we're not afraid. Think about the pass that Latsier Brooks caught last week on fourth down at Missouri, right? Where his helmet popped off. It's the biggest play of that game to me. You know, and then this one's like, look, you win by 17, but if you kick a field goal, then it's not the same game, you know? But we didn't. We went for it on fourth down. So I like that about him. I think that
well, the one thing we'll all take away from this night is number 2 running down that sideline is going to be on the Jumbotron a whole lot in the future.
Man, that was the game right there, wasn't it? What was
one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen in Bryant-Denny Stadium.
You know what it reminded me of? Do you remember that year we were playing them? They had Gurtano or whatever that guy's name is. He was their quarterback. It was Saban. We were heavily favored, and they came in and they played a hell of a first half. And they go for it, and he changed the play and fumbled the ball. And then I think it was Jackson scooped it up and took it from the back of the end zone to the other end zone for a touchdown. It was just like they were going to tie it.
Yeah. Was that Eddie Jackson?
Yeah, I think, man. I mean, I'm just going off the top, but I saw him running down the field. I'm screaming. And I'm like, that's the game. You know, like you can't make that kind of mistake. Tennessee should have kicked the field goal, got to within 6, gone into the half like that, and it would have been a totally different game. Instead, they got greedy, turn it over, we take it to the house, and that was, to me, that was the killer right there. Oh, it was Diggs. It was Diggs. Thanks you. It was Diggs. Thank you, guys.
Mick, I'm going to get off the phone and give somebody else a chance to talk to you. It's great talking to you. Roll Tide. let's go get us some Gamecocks next week.
Hey, thanks, brother. Roll Tide to you too, man. And thank you for calling in. And don't forget, next week I'm going to be on the next round post game. It'll be the same show. It'll just be on their platform. And, man, I love all you guys. And thank you for being on here. I'll just go back to the phone lines again, talk to you guys. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, Mick, Stan from Birmingham.
Stan from the Ham. What's up, dude?
That's me. Hey, by the way, it's good to see you there and Jake and everybody at Innisfree yesterday.
Dude, it was great seeing you, man. And thank you.
Time.
Thank you for coming up and talking to me, man. And hooking us up and being part of our show. And for those of you guys that don't know, we record, our shows on a lot of stations, including 106.9 every game day. But we record it Friday, 1 to 3. Home games are at Innisfree. Away games are at the Floor Bama, the different Floor Bamas. The big Floor Bama will be at the Coastal. They own that next week at Friday. But any of you guys, please come by, like Stan, and say hi. And man, it means so much to us to meet you guys. And it was pretty crazy in there yesterday, Stan.
Oh, it was a wild time. It was almost like it was nighttime. It was so good.
Dude, it was exactly. I'll tell you what, man. Jake told me he was going to have some of the guys come. We love Ryan Anderson. He might as well be part of the show, right? He lives down here with us.
Yeah.
And then, but Kenyon Drake was there. Did you talk to those guys?
Yeah. Yeah. I spoke to Ryan, and I told him, I said, hey, man, I said, I know you. I said, if you got any eligibility, I said, we may need you to suit up tomorrow, and he gave me some quip. It was funny. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's a funny dude, man. But,
he's a great, you know what?
No, Mick,
let's say this, Stan, he is a contractor. He owns his own business. It's called 22 Builds. He came over, did the show. I told him some of the stuff I wanted to do at my house. He's like, I can do that. And he has, man. And I'm telling you right now, he was a great football player, got to the NFL. He's going to have more success as a builder than he had as a football player. Like attention to detail, gets the job done. And it's, and obviously you get to talk football with him. So if anybody needs a project done, hit him up, man. He really does a great job. He's doing a lot of his teammates' homes, the guys that are getting out of the NFL right now, but he's awesome. And thank you for coming again. So what'd you think?
Yeah. He is a large person, but Mick, I want to agree with you on Ryan Grubb. I really like Ryan Grubb, especially his fourth down calls and the way he mixes it up. But I'm exhausted again this week by watching this game. We had a perfect opportunity after halftime. We ran the ball back 100 yards and scored. We got the ball back in the third quarter on the kickoff. We could have really done some damage there. And Ryan Grubb, what does he do in the start of the third quarter? We get the kickoff. He hands the ball to a jam right into the line for maybe 1 or 2 yards again. Second down, what does he do? He pitches it over to jam and he loses 4 yards. Third down, we didn't get jack squat and we had to kick. And then, of course, Tennessee moves the ball right down the field and scores. And I think, to me, I put that Tennessee touchdown on Grubb because, it was like he just, I don't know, and believe me, I know we need to run the ball. I want to run the ball. But I don't know, that mess of just handing it straight into the line like that, it just baffles me. And then he does it twice, and then you're third and 14. You don't get the first down, you got to punt. Tennessee takes it down and scores. But he's not the only one. I flipped channels. It was late in the game. I don't know. I wasn't watching this game. Kentucky had the ball on the goal line, 4th and goal against Texas. Every player on both teams were just locked in a tight scrum. what does Kentucky do? Right up the gut, and then ran it right into the brick wall. Didn't get the touchdown, and I don't know. It just baffles me sometimes.
Yeah,
that they don't have a little bit more imagination.
Yeah, I thought I said it before.
And like I said, I know.
I just thought Jam probably he got knocked out last week.
I know we've got to run.
Maybe let Hill run it a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, and like I said, I want us to run the ball, and I know we need to run the ball. We can't throw it every time, but I wish they would come up with I don't know, some kind of just a little bit variation on the running game.
Yeah, the running game will frustrate you. You know, it will definitely frustrate you sometimes.
I'm exhausted. I really am.
But you
hey Mick, also too, did you see the blatant hold that the referees missed in the Tennessee backfield?
Yeah,
I was screaming at the TV, and he's holding. He had our guy's arm pulled behind him, holding him. No call, and when they showed the sideline, Coach DeBoer was chewing the referee about it, saying it's a hold. It's a hold. I don't get. I don't know where that referee was. I really don't.
Yeah. Look, this wasn't the game that we played up there that Saban lost to them. The last time he coached up there, the officiating was the worst I ever saw. And I didn't think today was like that. They missed calls, you know, but I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, I get on them when I think they, you know, I just honestly, look, nobody's perfect. I thought they got a lot of the pass interferences on Ryan Williams right. You know, it didn't feel like there were calls that were going one way or the other. It felt pretty even. They're going to mess them up sometimes. I was going to use the F word, but you know what I mean? Like the officiating didn't have any kind of thing to do with the outcome of this game. You know, them throwing that pick six cost them the game. They kept trying to tempt fate, and they cost themselves, you know. And if that's the way you're going to play, you guess you got to live with that, and you're going to die with that. You know, if I'm coaching, I'm just going to kick the field goal, go down 6. I'm got to have momentum going into the half, right? Because I'm down 6. I thought Alabama outplayed them. I mean, big time in the first half. If we're only up 6 and we played that much better than them, you know, you're going, man, you know, we own that half, and I felt like we should have been up by more than 6, but then they threw the pick 6. And then from that point on, I mean, they were constantly having to catch up. They're a good team. They got good players. They're coached well, you know, but they couldn't catch us because they had made that crucial mistake. And, you know, they did some things in the second half, but the way that this coaching staff wins, and they got to the national championship game doing this, is it's offense first. And when you fall behind to these guys, they'll pour it on you. And that's what we've done, you know, and it could have been a lot. We haven't played our best game yet. We haven't had that Georgia first half yet that we had last year where you're just going, man, that was perfect. You know, there's been a lot of things that could be better, but I think that's a good thing. You know, like keep building for that perfect game. Sometimes you peak too early and you're like, man, you know what? We played our best game. I don't think we're there yet. I think we're growing each week. And, you know, and to me, I still think we have a perfect game left. And I hope it's the national championship against Ohio State. You know, I hope that's our best game. There's no team in the country that we can't beat, Stan. There's nobody. We can beat them all. But there's also some teams that can beat us if we don't play good football. You know, it's not like the Saban years where you look at it and you're going, you know, Clemson's the only team that can beat us. You know, maybe we might lose a game, you know, like the Ole Miss on like some trick stuff and, you know, some bad bounces, but we have to play a solid game to win. It's just the way it is, you know, but we're doing that. We just played 4 straight ranked teams and beat them.
Yeah. It's tough, man. And Mick, you're exactly right. That's what I love about Coach DeBoer. He, every week, that's what he talks about is things to improve on. And he's got his team believing that they can still improve. They're not resting on their laurels. And I love that. I really love that. And, by the way, I'm like, Stan from LA, MVPs, Jeremy and Yancey.
There you go.
And honorable mention to Ryan Williams for 2 or 3 hellacious catches.
Man, he is a freak. He is a freak.
Yeah,
he just is. And you guys can get that Daniel Moore print 20% off using our promo code Bama Tailgate. You think they do a Daniel Moore print of the Xavier Brown taking it to the house? I would love it.
I think he's got his pencils out now.
I wish I don't even want to move my computer because to show you all my Daniel Moores. I got my wall of fame over here. It's all my championship prints. And then Petway laying it up. And I was there courtside for that one. But that would be a good one. Be a good one. Stan, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking, Mick. No, that's it, Mick. I'll get off here and let somebody else get on. And hey, man, it was a great win. It seemed like to me that we dominated most of the game, but yet after Tennessee scored, I said, well, hell, we're only up 7 points, But I thought we would win, but I didn't think we would win 30-17. So that was great.
Beautiful.
Great game.
Beautiful. All right, brother. Love you, man. Roll Tide.
All right, Nick.
Thanks again for coming out. And you guys,
Roll Tide, Nick.
You guys are all invited to come and hang out with us at Innisfree. And we love when we see you guys. All right, back to the phone lines again. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Jay out of Frisco, Texas.
Jay, what's up, man, in Frisco?
Hey, what's up, Mick? Man, hey, look, I love your show. I want to say big Roll Tide to everybody out there. I'm excited about the win. I'm happy about the win. We did a great job. Of course, there's some things that we can clean up, but I just want to enjoy this win. And I want everybody out there to enjoy this win. We're in a different era of football now, where Vanderbilt is competitive.
Yeah.
We're not going to blow everybody out like we used to. And I just want everybody to take this win in and just, man, the progress that we made from week 1 to now is just, it's amazing, man. And a win like this goes a long way. It really does. So enjoy this win. All the fans out there that are just like me and that want to nitpick every single, missed tackle, but we got the win, and that's what I'm happy about. So big Roll Tide to everybody. Man, I think we did a great job. There's some things we can clean up. Damani Jackson, I'm concerned about. But man, Mick, I love your show, and Roll Tide. I just want to enjoy this win, and I'm just happy to be on the call.
You got your stogie? Did you smoke a stogue?
Dude, I smoked that thing at 5 minutes, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this is it. We got this win. I'm going to enjoy it. And so, yeah, I smoked it, and all the memories and stuff, man, because it could have gone a different way, but it went our way. And, listening to you guys and listening to, the call that you guys had with the alumni, and they all thought it was going to be a blowout. What was it? Nacho, Alabama. He was like, hey, it's going to be a blowout.
Hey, how about when Lance Taylor asked him if that suit was itchy? I love Nacho.
It looks a little itchy. Dude, this polo that I wear every Saturday, it's a little itchy.
We had that whole I told Nacho hey, come in, and then it turned into we just had a party going at Innisfree. I mean, we had Dylan Lee, dude. He was a baller, man. I remember when all the big catches that Richard Mulaney made, like big third down catches. Like, he was such a good player. Ryan Anderson, it's like the dog, man. Like, such a good. He had the sack fumble on Josh Dobbs in the Tennessee game in 2015.
Dude, it's amazing to see that class a decade ago to be reunited before the game, and then this huge win tonight. It's just awesome.
Yeah,
it's like a full circle. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's a different coaching staff, and the only thing I pray is that after this season, I'm going to enjoy it. Because we could have got a coach that went the other way, and everybody be pissed.
Right.
Tonight.
Yeah, like have a guy that didn't.
I want Ryan Grubb to stick around as long as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want him to take a coaching job somewhere else, because that phone's going to be ringing after this season.
Yeah. Well, him and DeBoer, man, they're like Batman and Robin, man. That's the formula right there. DeBoer's kind of your, he's your, the yin to the yang, man. One guy's a little bit harder, good cop, bad cop. They got a thing going. It's obvious.
Yeah. And Saban wanted him, before he retired, he wanted Coach Grubb.
Yeah.
And he stuck with DeBoer.
Yep. Yeah.
So, man, I'm glad. I'll let you go. Again, thank you for taking my call. Road Tide to everybody out there, and everybody again, just think about this win, and it's a different playing field than what it used to be. So enjoy this win.
Hey, thank you, brother. Roll Tide to you in Frisco, man.
Roll Tide.
All right, great call. I'm going right back to the phone lines because I want to hear from you guys, and I know you've been waiting on the line. Who's this, and where are you calling from?
Mick, what's up, buddy? It's Phil in San Francisco.
Oh, there he is, man. I was thinking about you, Phil, because if you guys get Tony Vitello as the Giants manager, he's a hell of a that would be a curveball in baseball, right? Tennessee might have two big losses this week. I mean, that guy is legit.
In a way, that's kind of how the day's been going before we kicked off. A few of us been talking about it. Like, how can you really mess up the University of Tennessee? Beat them on the football field and then take their baseball coach.
Yeah, who's great.
Could be the double banger there.
Yeah,
but,
that dude is legit.
I know this show's about Bama football. I'll have to call you another time to talk about that one, because I actually think that could be an interesting hire. Especially with no professional baseball.
Yeah, different, man. But a lot of
my brother.
It's everybody's kind of going and like sometimes you got to think outside of the box. But I mean, he's, to me, like I think he's the best coach in baseball. I wish we had him at Alabama, to be honest with you. But this game today, though, man, I know you and Travis were probably going crazy when Xavier Brown had that pick six. what a turn of events!
The greatest part about that, man. Talk about a swing. Talk about a huge swing. But the cool part was, as you know, Ethan, my son, is now playing freshman football in high school, and one of his best friends is over, and they both play, and they're both DBs, and watching that and like breaking it down with them and hearing it from them was really, really cool to have that experience and how they can get fired up and see that. And so anyway, yes, it was absolutely amazing. It was, heck of a win. Your last caller talked about it, how like just the way the game is today and how different it is, and savoring these things. And yes, we've won 4 straight games against ranked opponents. And again, look at what is it? 2, 5, 7, and 10 lost in the top 10 today.
Yeah.
And here we are playing a really good Tennessee team. Maybe their defense isn't as strong as last year, but I think their offense is better. The quarterback's definitely better, if you ask me. And you know what? We started out well. We had a few kind of weak drives, but then we put some things together. And I was talking to Travis before I called into you, and we were breaking it down just a little bit. And we were talking about the defense, our defense, and there were some times that their running backs were slicing and dicing through us. But when push came to shove, we either got in at the quarterback or made a play in like the defensive backs made a nice play. And, you know, maybe this is the team that's continuously bending, not breaking. It's really, really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Continuously growing, which I like.
I'll tell the problem I had with the Florida State game, and they have corrected this. I know the defense there's holes, man. I mean, there just is. We all saw that. We've seen it. But they play hard. They didn't play hard. They didn't play up to what our expectations are at Alabama, our standards for that game. But they have since then. I thought they played hard today. I like, it doesn't always work like it used to. You know, like to win.
No.
What is it? 37-20. Was that the final? Let me put it back up here. 37-20. Give up 20 points to that Tennessee. That Aguilar guy's a good quarterback. He's a tough dude. They got good running backs. They got guys that can catch the ball and make plays. And to be able to go out there and, you know, and just keep playing, like just play for the next play. And that was something Saban always used to talk about. You know, you can't worry about what happened that play. You got to play the next play and play the next play. You know, I wonder if Coach DeBoer talked to Coach Saban about that, because I've just noticed so many improvements this year at the coaching spot since that Florida State game. I don't know how the season's going to turn out. It's still hard. I mean, it's not like you're going to South Carolina. They're not playing great right now, but you better bring your A game there. Still going to be a tough game. Get a week off. Then you get to play LSU and Oklahoma, and you got to go to Auburn. You know, it's just some tough games. Auburn's whole season is going to be trying to beat us.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to play the next play.
Auburn's down years, they give us
Oh, I know, dude.
You do, and I think that's the way they're looking at it. Is you said that earlier, and you're saying it again. Okay, I made a mistake, or they beat us on that one. Let's get them on the next one, and that's the mentality. And who would have thought we are where we are today? And Florida State, I mean, I haven't looked at the score, but they weren't looking good here out west for Stanford. But to have both of our teams do a total flip-flop from where they were in week 2 is absolutely insane.
Yeah, right.
And I think you've got to give, obviously, a huge credit to DeBoer and for weathering the storm and getting these guys looking forward and not back. And whether it's by week or by play, it's happening. And I hate to say it, but I do think gone are the days. Maybe we'll get a defense again one day that we've had in the past where, like, you just couldn't do anything against us. You barely could pass the 50 if you could pass the 50.
Yeah, right.
But with NIL and with transfer portal, I don't even know if there's a defense like that out there anymore.
Yeah,
it's sad, but it's the nature of football. But what this team's put together and what they're doing, and I got to give credit both on offense and defense. And let's be honest, we've got one hell of a leader in Ty.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't talked too much about that. And Travis and I were talking about, like, last year in Milroe, and what Milroe gave us at times was absolutely extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
From Gravedigger to some of the other things that he willed us to win. I will always hold him in high regard. But at the end of the year last year, or halfway through and towards the end, he was just atrocious. But I give DeBoer credit because I felt like he stuck with him because he stuck with DeBoer,
mm-hmm.
and he helped keep guys from leaving.
Yeah.
But I just waiting in the wings, waiting his time. And who would have known? I didn't. And I'm so impressed every week with Ty. And does Ty make a few mistakes here and there? Yeah, but not many. And honestly, I don't know a quarterback right now in college football that reads defenses better. Now, does he read defenses so much that he gets down to the play clock expiring at times? Yes. But man, does he, even in like after he hikes the ball and he's going through his checks, and where other quarterbacks would run, he pulls up and finds somebody open. He just lasers the ball in there for a strike and a first down. And it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is. The other thing too is, and Auburn, you know, you hear Hugh Freeze, and I didn't hear him today, but, you know, last week he's like talking about how they just don't know how to win. Knowing how to win is the most important thing that you do in sports, right? Figuring out a way to win the game. Just have one more point than the team you're playing, and then worry about the next game the next week, right? And that's what they're doing right now. This one was a blowout on the scoreboard. I mean, maybe it was, it felt a little closer than a 17-point win, but you just want to have one more point than the other team. And last week against Missouri was a dogfight. Vanderbilt, that was a dogfight, man. Georgia and Athens, they win every game there. We won. We had 3 more than them at the end of the game. That's what matters, right? Then you just worry about the next one, and you worry about the next one. And like they're finding a way to win, and they're going to be, by the time that this season ends, so battle tested by having to play all of these tough games. You're not getting that in the Big Ten. You're just not. You look on the schedule and you're like, well, you know what, man, you got 3 games that you got to really worry about. Well, it used to be like that. Like you'd have Vanderbilt on the schedule. You could beat them with the 3rd string. Missouri, you could beat them with the 3rd string. South Carolina, you didn't have to worry about that. Tennessee used to stink. Like these are all good teams now. So, I mean, you got to figure out a way to win. And what they say that there's only one team that won 5 straight weeks against ranked teams, and South Carolina's not going to be ranked, but to do it 4 straight weeks at Missouri, at Georgia, against that Vanderbilt team that I watched today, they're good, man. That Diego Pavia, I know some of you guys don't like him. He ran his mouth, but you know what? He got humbled in Tuscaloosa. He kind of said it today in the post game. Sorry, but hey, man, I was pulling for him. If we beat you, I'm pulling for you the rest of the way. I mean, because I want you to be good, because I don't want us to win and then be like, hey, that win didn't really mean anything. It's like I'm watching them beat LSU today, and I'm watching Georgia beat Ole Miss, and I'm like, those were good wins, man. There's nothing bad about those wins. Those are good teams, amongst the best.
Nope. Yep. I mean, and we talk about Florida State. It does pain me that they stink, because it doesn't hurt our resume at all. But you do want those teams. Once you beat them, all right, continue winning. And before we play you, keep winning. Like, I want you to be as good as you could be throughout the year, and then I want to beat you.
Yeah, that's right.
I do. Hey, hold on 1 second. I need to pop. I need a little bit more whiskey. So
put it in.
So I'm pouring a little Jefferson's Ocean, it's the little Jefferson's Oceans, which is one of my favorites. And then one year, I guess it was last year, I was in Tuscaloosa, and I went down to the store to buy a liquor, a little beverage, and they happened to have a special Alabama version, a cast strength single barrel.
Nice.
That I felt like was perfect for today, because I bought it in Tuscaloosa.
Jefferson Ocean, for you guys that are not familiar with bourbon, they actually age it on a ship. Like that's the process. Like, I guess they just float around somewhere.
Do you think they really take it out to the ocean?
I don't know. That's what the story is.
I love that. I believe me, actually, it's a really good whiskey. I do enjoy it, but I do think it's fun. Especially because they have a Jefferson's Ocean Tropical, which means they take it through the tropics.
Nice.
Does the boat ever leave the port? Who knows? But it's a really good whiskey, and I enjoy it. And the fact that I bought it in Tuscaloosa last year just makes it even better. And it went very well with the cigar that I was smoking while listening to your show earlier.
Well, I want a roll call. Anybody that's look, Chuck, I'm going to talk about this too. Chuck, my man Chuck, always talked about that ice cream truck that they brought out there last year. And he says he's going to go get some ice cream after that win. I don't blame you, Chuck. You got to give those guys credit. I see you, Coach Smook, man. Call in. Phone line's open, man. We'll talk to you. All you guys, man. I want to know what everybody's drinking right now. I got a little Stone IPA in the cup right here. I had some rum today. I know, a little San Francisco beer. Or no, San Diego. I went San Diego.
San Diego, but we used to have a Stone brewery in Napa, but they closed it down. And too bad. The craft brews are starting to
kind of dying out a little bit. Yeah, people aren't drinking as much now that COVID's over. So give me your game balls, man. I mean, and everybody's been on Jan Pierre earned it. Jeremy Bernard earned it. Hey, here's a guy right now on a bus in Rome watching. Roll Tide, man. Thank you, Matthew.
Look at that.
Thundar says saturated market. Yeah, that's what's happened to the craft beers. We roll with Yingling Lager, and that is America's oldest brew. You got to have a great beer to last 125 years or whatever it's been. So it's a great beer. Are you coming to any games?
Mick, I can't get Yingling out west.
Not yet. It's coming.
I can't get Yingling out west.
They're
last
working
time
their
I
way
had
there.
Yingling was Sugar Bowl, Coyote Ugly with you and Cheryl Yingling.
Oh yeah, Cheryl's going to be there at the Oklahoma
last
game.
Time,
her and her three Yingling sisters, they're all coming. So
it's a great beer. It needs to make its way. You know what? I'm going to have one. So I'm going out to Philly in a few weeks for a conference.
Nice.
So I will definitely have a Yingling out there.
Iceman says Xavier Brown needs a game ball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Brown had such a great game, and that was such a pivotal moment in the game. And there's my game ball is right there is Brown. Number 2, the Deuce. The Deuce was loose. I couldn't imagine how loud it got in Tuscaloosa in Bryant-Denny Stadium. The moment he picked it, but then also as he's running down the sideline and the offensive somebody was coming after him. And they went for his feet and they missed. And so then there's that extra boom of an excitement as he scores. Unbelievable.
Man, the place was, dude, Mick, I'm going crazy here, Phil. I'm watching the stadium go nuts. That's when everybody that bought the 10,000 cigars from R&R, from Reagan over there, were like, I'm smoking these tonight.
I agree. I do have a friend of mine and his wife were at the game. They're season ticket holders and they're always there, or they try to get there as much as they can. And they had it out early in the fourth, and I'm like, no. Still time on the clock. Just wait. Don't be like Mick was. And what year was that?
03. Were you there for that one?
Play that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
No, I was in San Francisco, but it was painful.
Yeah,
it was definitely painful.
Well, brother, it was a great win.
One week at a time, brother. 1 week at a time. Can't take anybody lightly. Everyone's going to be gunning for us. We are Alabama, but I believe in this team, and I think there's some great. Every week we're getting better, and every week I see something new or somebody new that steps up. I mean, number four was running downhill when our boy Jam Miller wasn't feeling so well. Number 4 jumped in there and was not only running the ball well, but also laying some great blocks.
Yeah,
and those are things that stick out to me.
So did Jam. You know what, Jam? I saw one play where Jam just blocked and just took a dude right out of the play, man. Gave Ty some time to wing the ball. I love Jam. The fact that he came back a week after that concussion and just, laid it out there, man, just tough dude, man, and wasn't his best today. Maybe more,
Jam's my guy too.
Yeah. I mean,
Jam's our number 1, but 4 could be my number 2.
4 was great today though. With somebody else has got to step up, Kevin Riley. I don't think that he's kind of that. He's to me more like a third down type guy because he can catch. He's kind of a shifty dude, I don't know that he's an everyday back yet. I think he will be, but I just don't know that he's there yet.
No, he's not, but let's see how the season progresses. And as people get comfortable, as Grubb gets comfortable with these guys too, that's the other thing too we got to remember is the confidence in these players to make these play calls. From up there, and
AK
be able
needs
to make sure that
AK Deer needs to learn all the blocking and stuff because that is a dude right there, man. Just waiting in the wings,
Yeah. We've got some athletes, my friend. We've definitely got some athletes. But the best part, going back to it, is we've got a leader in number 15, and I'm very high on this guy, and he just seems like a good individual, a good human being, and the team believes in him.
Yeah.
And that's key. And let me ask you this. Can I ask you this real quick?
Yeah,
just
throw it out there.
I know you have a show with him and you're friends with him. I do feel like Jake transfers to Alabama, waits his time a little bit, fights, gets off to a rocky start, and then just really shotguns to success with the team and then a national championship. Is there any similarity that you see here a little bit with Ty to Jake?
Yeah, I've said this to him before. First off, I mean, and Jake's pointed this out to me a few times. They're not the same size. Jake's taller, but
they're not.
No.
They're not.
But the when I see Ty's tough, Jake's tough, man. It's just a tough competitor, humble guy. Super team player. Like a lot of pride in being a team guy. And I think that, just getting to know Jake from doing shows with him, and I saw some of you guys that maybe if you weren't tuned in, we're on the Next Round platform now with Elephant in the Room's now called The Last Call. We're on there. We're still doing our show. And then we do obviously the Tailgate show. And then, we made a business move and they split. They were all under the same roof and we stayed and those guys went and we pulled for them too. Just what we felt like was best for us. And, I really just admire the kind of person that he is. And I see a lot of Ty in there. And the other thing too is when I remember when Jake really got rolling, I think you guys do too, in that 2015 season, man, I went to a ton of those games. We covered them with the Tailgate show. Mike Johnson, Baron Huber, me, Ben George, all people Phil. And we went all the way to Glendale doing the show with him. And I see it, man. I see, like, when he gets out of the pocket, he sets and throws, it just looks like Jake. He's just not throwing to Ardarius Stewart and Richard Mullaney, He's throwing to, or Calvin Ridley, or OJ Howard, right? He's got Cuevas and he's got, Ty's got Hollywood, who I thought just made some big plays in this game, man. Rico Scott, there's a ton of guys on this team that Latsier Brooks, forced them to play him because he's been so consistent. He there was one play today I thought it would have been a great catch and he made it. Ty stepped up and threw a bullet just a little behind him, but he should have caught it. Went out of bounds on one, but still made catches, made plays, blocks hard. The wide receivers on this team are really good. Love them.
They are. And, because of who we've had over the past several years that are in the NFL, and it was just we became wide receiver U for a minute. And then these guys are unsung heroes, to be honest with you. I mean, nobody can name our wide receivers outside of Ryan Williams, which is actually embarrassing because Bernard is probably our best all-around guy. But there's guys that are out there that are not in the limelight that are studs, and they're next man up, and they're about to make a splash, and it just depends on the game and the situation. And Ty's going to get them the ball, and they're going to make the play.
Yeah, that's what it's been, man. I mean, it's just been the next guy. So many guys that can get in there and make plays. So many guys that can jump up and aren't afraid and don't fumble the ball either. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And look, I agree with Hubert here. Bernard's not just the best receiver; he's the best player on the team. But I mean, watching Rico Scott truck those two dudes for the touchdown, that was beautiful, man.
That was a thing of beauty. Well, hey, it's a great day. Any day that we beat Tennessee is a great day. We smoked them, we got them, and now we're going to sip on some whiskey. It's a pleasure to always talk to you, my friend, and I'm going to sit back and listen to some more of your callers and you. But have a great one and roll tide.
Hey, roll tide, brother. Great to talk to you. That's Phil out in San Francisco hanging out with us. And if you guys want to talk, phone lines are open. I'm going to just kind of run down some of the statistics in this game. Let me put them up on the screen so you guys can see them too. I know you're going, yeah, I want to see what we did. I thought that I'm going to borrow from ESPN here and put it up. There you go. That is a look at the statistics from this game. Tennessee 27 first downs, Bama 23. Both defenses weren't bad on third down. Tennessee 5 of 14, Bama 5 of 11. Tennessee 4 of 5 and fourth down, Bama 1 of 1. Tennessee had 409 total yards, Bama with 371. Tennessee with 268 passing, Bama with 253. You got, what was the running? Surprisingly, man, we still had 120 yards rushing. They had 141, and they had that big run. They ran at 34. We ran at 32. The statistic that I really love about this team is the penalties. They had 10 for 67. We had 7 for 61. So we beat them in that category. Both teams had a turnover. Obviously, their turnover was a kick in the nards, if you will. It was a game-changing turnover. Time of possession was pretty even. Bama 31. They had 28, almost 29. Their individual stats. Go ahead and wing this up here too. Ty Simpson, 19 to 29, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. Again, no interceptions. You look at the wide receivers. We were talking about this before. Bernard, I mean, the game he had, man. I mean, he gets my game ball in offense, man. 4 catches, 49 yards, ran the ball 5 times for 60. Ryan Williams had 5 catches. A couple of them were just amazing. 87 yards for him. His long was 31. That was after not having a catch. Daniel Hill came in and pounded out 7 carries for 34 yards. Latsier Brooks had 3 catches, 39 yards. Josh Cuevas had 2 catches for 33 yards. Both of those were really big. Hill caught 1 out of the backfield. Rico Scott, 1 catch, 11 yards, 2 trucked Tennessee guys and a touchdown. Jam Miller had a catch for 5 yards. Isaiah Horton had a catch for 2 yards. The running attack, Ryan Williams had a 16-yard run. Jam Miller, 12 carries, 15 yards. It was a tough game for him, but, I was shocked that he even played. Ty ran it 5 times in the game. Kevin Riley had 3 carries. It wasn't his best game. For Tennessee, Aguilar was 28 of 44, 268 yards, had a touchdown in that pick. He also had a pick on a 2-point conversion. I guess that doesn't count in there. Bishop, he was really good running back for them. 14 carries, 123 yards, 2 TDs. Star Thomas, what a cool name. Didn't we have a guy named Star Jackson? 3 carries, 26 yards. Peyton Lewis had 6 carries for 18 yards. Receiving wise, Braylon Stanley had 10 catches for them, 92 yards and a touchdown. He was pretty good. Was it Brazel, 7 catches, 66 yards. Matthews had 4 catches for 39 yards. I mean, it was pretty even. Defensively for Alabama, Bray Hubbard right at the top of the stat sheet with 7 tackles, 5 solos. Zabian Brown, we're going to remember the pick 6. We had a 99-yard drive and we had a 99-yard interception return, right? 7 tackles, 3 solos for him. James Smith, 7 tackles, 2 solos, and a sack. And then there's Pierre. We talked about him. Look at that. 3 tackles for loss, sacks, 5 solos. He was in the backfield. 42 there. They're going to go back and go, why didn't we block 42, right? Hill Green had 6 tackles, 4 solos. He was flying around, 2 of them for losses. Deontay Lawson had 6 tackles, 1 for loss. Keon Sabb had 5 and 4 solos. I thought the defense really fought hard in this game. Brown had the interception. I think that's the most memorable play in the game. Talty didn't kick any field goals. We didn't even try any. We went for it. He had 5 extra points though. And, we talked about the punting in this game. I think Tennessee is a good team. I think that they are worthy of their ranking. I don't think they're overrated. I think we're just better, but I think they're a good team. And honestly, I look at them and think that's a quality win. And it's the kind of win that you want. And these have been 4 straight games that have been dogfights. And Bama's found a way to get on top in these games. And you look around the conference and you start to say, okay, well, what happened in the SEC? And I'm going to tell you right now, this was a great day of watching football. Bama, the 37-20 win. They got the ball, they scored, and then those 16 points in the second quarter was enough. They got 7 and 7 in the third and fourth. Texas A&M had to hold on to beat Arkansas 45-42. Scrappy Arkansas, they're 7-0 now. You got Ole Miss that lost a really good game to Georgia, 2 top 10 teams, 43-35. That was a huge win for Georgia. They're hanging in there at 6-1. Ole Miss is 6-1. And Georgia's 4-1 in the conference. Ole Miss is 3-1. I thought Vanderbilt, they don't get any respect. I mean, Vegas thought that, what was it, the over-under for wins for them was like 5. They're 6-1 right now. They believe in themselves, and they won 31-24. You wonder if Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. You hear a lot of stuff from LSU that maybe he is. Oklahoma, with their defensive line, went down there and roughed up South Carolina 26-7. So they bounced back after losing to Texas. Missouri beats Auburn 23-17 in overtime. Hugh Freeze is on an extremely uncomfortable seat right now. We'll see what happens with that situation. Texas had to go to overtime to beat Kentucky 16-13. And then Mississippi State, they should have kicked a field goal to win the game. Instead, they threw an interception at the end of the game. They lost 23-21 against Florida. You wonder, there's reports that Billy Napier is going to get fired tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But, at the end of the day, you look at this and you realize, like, these are good teams. And this conference is really, really tough. And the next game, South Carolina, are you going to be ready to go out there and play South Carolina? Because there's, these were the games last year where you look at it and you're like, what happened, at Oklahoma? What happened when you were playing Michigan? What happened at Tennessee, and Vanderbilt? Every single game's tough. I think Coach DeBoer deserves a ton of credit for having these guys ready to go each game. And, and honestly, I mean, that's kind of what you want. I mean, it is tough to prepare a team to go out and play some of these games when you're talking about college kids, young guys. Hey, you don't have to get motivated to play Georgia, but all these teams can beat you. And after Florida State, to see Bama, a lot of criticism about how soft these guys played. They haven't played soft at all. They have just pushed so valiantly, with the way that they've performed, and and I hope they continue to do that. A couple things I want to tell you guys is that make sure that you're a part of Avenue D. The QR code's right there. We're giving away hats. We got Tailgate Show hats. Look at this. Love them right here. Gave away some of these at the show. Basically, these are the new ones right here. But we got that, cash prizes, all of that stuff at Mick Nation at Avenue D. We basically pick games and you can win cash and stuff. It's all free. And we want you to be a part of that. And then, again, we are going to be on the Next Round platform with the Postgame show and with Last Call. Jay Coker and I will do our podcast there twice a week. We started that a couple weeks ago. So, if you're wondering where that is, that's where it's at right now. And so hopefully, I know Coker loves coming over here to the studio and, and talking and hanging out and we're going to be at, let me put this up here for you. But we build these, we might as well show you. We're going to be at Coastal for the Tailgate show on Friday to record our pregame show for Bama, South Carolina, 1:00 on Friday. It's a pre-recorded show. It plays. I'm sure a lot of you guys hear it on radio and stuff, or maybe you watch it here. But anyway, like having like Stan from the Ham that came and a bunch of people came on on Friday to Innisfree and hung out with us. It was so cool, you know, to have, like I told Kenyon Drake, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got this right here. I told Kenyon, I'm like, look, man, I got you in a statue. So you got to come to my studio and sign this for me. But that's him scoring the touchdown to beat Clemson at the national champion. So, you know, it's cool. That's what we try to do, is just have a good time and, you know, and basically just break down the game. So we do that on Friday. But anyway, look, guys, 2 hours. We all smoked our cigars. We got our words in. Again, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Azaleas, the Oaks. If you play golf, 2 amazing golf courses right there at Dancing Rabbit. The Timeout Sports Lounge, Vegas-style sports book that you can play. And you don't have to go all the way out to Vegas. But anyway, again, thank all of you guys for hanging out on the post-game show. And again, we'll be on after the game next week with the gang from the next round. And man, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. And I think this was a really, really big win for Alabama. And I think we got a ton of momentum going right now. But thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, and roll.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
We're presented by Bod Coach, and you can tell I'm slimming up over here, and it's because of Bod Coach. This is absolutely amazing. It's your personal trainer that is with you 24/7. So when I go to hotels or when I'm on the road, I type in, "Hey, look, I got equipment. This is what I have," and it'll make a workout specifically for me, what I want, what exercises I want. When I'm at home or I'm in a hotel and there's no way I can get to the gym, it'll say, "Hey, this is what I want to work on today," and it sends you personalized workout plans. It's really awesome. And they contacted me a few weeks ago to be a spokesman. I said, "Well, I want to try this." Bod Coach is fantastic. Like, I use it all the time. I mean, and if I'm telling you, man, like, it makes working out when you are on the go like me so much better. Just because I don't always know I didn't play football at Alabama. I didn't have Scott Cochran yelling, yeah, and telling me what workouts to do. So anyway, I'm going to put in the body on the YouTube all about Bod Coach. Get you guys signed up there, but tell them you heard it on Bama Tailgate.